The phoenix, a myth, a symbol, or a hidden truth. A creature that burns itself into nothing but ash, only to rise again, untouched by time. A symbol of immortality, destruction, and renewal. The phoenix. Stories of this legendary bird have been passed down through civilizations, whispered through the corridors of history. The Egyptians called it Bennu, a sacred being linked to the sun god Ra. The Greeks spoke of a radiant firebird that lived for centuries before setting itself aflame, only to be reborn from its own remains. In China, the Feng Huang, the immortal bird of virtue and grace, was believed to appear only in times of peace and great prosperity. But what if these were not merely stories? What if the phoenix was something more, something real, the phoenix across civilizations of myth and allegory? The earliest known references to the phoenix appear in ancient Egypt, where the bird was called Bennu, a name derived from the word weben, meaning to rise or to shine. The Bennu was said to emerge from the waters of creation, a radiant being that represented the passage of time and the cyclical nature of existence. It was often depicted perched atop the Benben stone, the sacred relic housed in the Temple of Heliopolis, one of the oldest and most revered religious centers of the ancient world. The Greek historian Herodotus later wrote of a similar bird, describing its dazzling gold and crimson feathers, its presence in the Arabian deserts, and its mysterious journey to the Temple of the Sun. According to legend, once every 500 years, the phoenix would build a nest of fragrant spices, set itself ablaze, and from its ashes, a new phoenix would emerge, an eternal cycle of death and rebirth. In Rome, early Christian scholars reinterpreted the phoenix as a divine sign of resurrection and eternal life. The poet Ovid described it as a creature untouched by decay, immune to the corruption of time, its very existence a defiance of mortality. Even in Chinese mythology, the Feng Huang, though not a bird of fire, was seen as a celestial being, a divine ruler of the sky, and a harbinger of transformation. It seems that no matter where you look, the phoenix exists in some form. For centuries, as if ancient civilizations immortality has been at the heart of many ancient practices. But what was that truth? And in alchemy, the mystical study of matter and transformation, the phoenix appears time and time again. Alchemists believed that everything in existence follows a process of purification and rebirth, known as the magnum opus, or the great work. This process mirrors the life cycle of the phoenix in a way that seems almost too precise to be coincidence. The 4 stages of the magnum opus are: nigredo, blackening, the stage of decomposition, where all impurities are burned away; death and decay; albedo, whitening, the process of purification, where the essence is refined and made pure; citronides, yellowing, the stage of enlightenment and transformation, where wisdom is gained; rubedo, reddening, the final stage, where perfection is achieved. A new being is born from the ashes of the old. Could the phoenix be more than just a symbol? Could it be an alchemical allegory, a message hidden in plain sight, one that only the initiated were meant to understand? Some researchers believe that the phoenix represents the philosopher's stone, the legendary substance said to grant eternal life. Others suggest that it could symbolize spiritual enlightenment, a secret passed down through generations of mystics, hidden within religious and mythological texts. Could the phoenix have been a real creature? But what if the phoenix was not merely a metaphor? What if, in the distant past, a creature existed that inspired these legends? Some scientists point to the Argentavis magnificens, a prehistoric bird with a wingspan of over 7 meters, one of the largest flying creatures ever to exist. Imagine a bird so massive, soaring high above ancient lands, its golden feathers catching the light of the setting sun. To early civilizations, it might have appeared as something divine, something otherworldly. Others suggest that ancient people may have encountered birds living near volcanic regions, creatures that built their nests in areas rich with smoke and ash. To those who witnessed it, seeing a bird rise from the smoldering remains of its nest might have seemed like an impossible miracle. And then, there is the possibility that the phoenix was never an ordinary bird at all. Some theories propose that it may have been a cryptid, a lost species that existed before fading into legend. If such a creature once roamed the earth, its remains would likely be lost to time, its story surviving only in fragmented myths and scattered symbols. The phoenix and secret societies. Even if the phoenix was never a living creature, its presence in hidden circles raises even more questions. The phoenix is a recurring emblem among secret societies, particularly the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians. It appears in alchemical manuscripts, in Masonic rituals, and even in early drafts of national symbols. The original Great Seal of the United States, designed in 1782, was rumored to feature a phoenix instead of the now iconic eagle. Some historians believe that this was intentional, that the founding fathers, many of whom were Freemasons, were embedding a deeper message about renewal, destruction, and hidden power. But why? Why does a mythical bird of fire appear time and time again, woven into the very fabric of human history? What lies beneath the surface? Perhaps the phoenix is more than just a creature of fire. Perhaps it is a reminder of destruction that leads to transformation, of endings that are never truly the end. Some myths are born from truth, others are created to conceal it. So what do you believe? Is the phoenix just an ancient story, or does it hold a secret that few were ever meant to understand? Because the truth always lies beneath the surface. Subscribe to Truth Beneath the Surface for more mysteries, hidden truths, and stories